I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
I'm Jeffrey.
We're kind of not complaining about the weather.
Well,
Only on a
I would like the snow just to.
Uh-uh.
well, this is we're talking about on sort
I
of like
want.
a
Well, you don't have a lawn. I want to
I got
water
rid
my
of my
lawn
lawn,
in the
yeah.
summer, man.
We got rid of it. Well, so I hear that we're good on that for like 3 years.
yeah.
Because we had a lot of it like 2 years ago.
And you said the other component was that they've stemmed water usage on new growth, correct?
Yeah, my understanding is that like our days of building new suburbs are over. So
Uh,
yeah. Now I haven't confirmed that with a certain water wizard, but this just comes from a guy that I know who's a developer. Um, and he was like, "Yep, we're done. It's
just whatever's being built is.
all
Yeah.
infill now. It's got to be on city water already." So
Mm,
yeah,
I don't think we're your city, so we got plenty building out there.
Oh,
oh, dude.
no, that's separate.
Well, you got to think about that. Those things probably were approved like 2, 3 years
Oh
ago.
yeah.
So this would be like you're not going to see any
No
building in like
new.
3 years.
Well, and everything there
So
on Woodman, like
yeah,
that.
that's going up.
That's
There's a new
going
apartment
massive.
complex going right over here. I noticed next to Barnes the other day.
Oh yeah, I see it built every day.
I usually don't go that way, so I just happen to go that way.
Oh well, I see it from the school.
Yeah, no, I don't go up there either.
It's crazy to look at that compared to when we went there and when I originally started taking this dog.
This was 40 years ago. Yeah,
Is it on the west side of Powers?
no, it's on the east side.
The east side?
Oh no, it's on the west side. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It's on this side.
So where all the hospital and all that stuff, the whole giant.
Further north. So, like where Chaparral Road goes up. So they built like the stupidest. Did you see the Jiffy Lube or whatever it is there?
Yeah.
The Brakes Plus. They built this big fucking fortress to build this thing on
That's
it, man.
wild.
So it's crazy. It's like, why did you put this here? Man?
I mean, unless
I mean, the foundation alone probably costs 4 times as much as the building.
it's weird looking,
It
and then
is weird
and there's a
looking.
spot underneath it. It's like, do you already have plans for food trucks to be there or
Or
something?
something.
Yeah, it's weird because when I got back from when COVID kicked everybody and all that other stuff out of that, because that wasn't that long ago, right?
It's kind of
6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, this is so in the spring of my life elements. I was born.
And then today.
Well, so yeah, it's
There's brief. You took your finger off and then
Yeah.
hit it again.
Because the tape was about to break. Yeah.
so just to break them down as yes, it's like so it's John Lennon is shot. I'm born. The Challenger blows up. Um, the Berlin Wall falls. The same year, the Game Boy is released. Um, there's the Gulf War. A while, 9/11.
What? You don't even do your high school graduation? Like
No.
that's not even earmarked?
I could give a fuck about that.
That was a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Well, that's when I left. So
Yeah.
that's definitely a big marking.
Well, fair enough, but I mean, it's not graduating high school didn't mean that I stopped going to school, right? So it was just it's just going to school somewhere over that direction.
Like I never saw college in school. I mean, school was different. So you were there 5 days a week. You were on lockdown from what was it, 8 to 3:30 every day.
Something like that.
College was completely different.
So yeah, there's that, and then there's 2008, and then COVID.
2008.
2008.
Oh, the crash?
Wow.
I'm just talking about big incidents that happened in my time. I wasn't, personally that impacted
Oh,
by it.
I was
but-
like, what things in your world would have?
I got
changed
lucky. That's when I
drastically?
sold my house. I sold my first house probably like 6 months before that hit.
Was it?
Oh yeah, it was close because that was 2008. Well, it started in fall of 2007. I sold my house in late 2006. Yeah, at the height of the market. It took like 15 years before it was actually worth what I got out of it. So
Wow.
It was a minute.
Yeah.
15 years?
Well, to be fair, it was overpriced.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, it was way overpriced, and like I sold it to somebody sight unseen because the market was so hot at that time. Yeah, I got lucky, man. Otherwise, we'd have been there forever.
You're talking about the place on Woodman, right?
Yeah, way up north.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that was a nice house.
It was a great house.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had all that cool like wiring and all that other shit inside. Just pretty done.
Wiring.
Yeah, network wiring and all that.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
did.
really
Yeah.
cool.
The guy had a T1 line
Yeah.
because he was. Well, I couldn't use it, so
Oh.
yeah.
Right.
It was there.
Okay. Fair enough.
So, but I can't remember what company he worked for. He worked for one that actually paid to install it, and then I remember getting the cable guys to come on and say, "Hey, can we use this?" And they tested it. They're like, "Nope, it's dead." Yeah.
Mine's got wiring to all the rooms, but they're not. All the heads aren't Cat 5s,
Oh.
and none of them are labeled.
Ooh.
So there's just a whole bundle of blue Cat 5 cables that come down. And I know they go up to all the rooms, but they're not hooked up to anything. I'm just like, well,
Oh, right.
not gonna mess with it.
Yeah. We're a Wi-Fi house.
Yeah, we're a
Yeah,
Wi-Fi
well,
house.
Yeah. No, I
Even
got you
though
there.
Wi-Fi might be killing us too now.
Oh, is that the latest?
I think so.
Oh,
Or that people are stopping
dang! I just pushed
they want
Wi-Fi.
everything all hardline now because not just for the speed, but because the Wi-Fi is doing stuff to people's brains, and Bluetooth might be doing stuff to people's brains.
Oh,
That's why you're seeing more and more athletes actually have wired headsets and coming to the game
Really?
and stuff.
oh, I didn't notice that.
They switch from all the Beats and all the earbuds and stuff like
Beats.
that, so that they actually have wired stuff.
Dang, I just actually got my first set of AirPods like a while ago. I had the wired ones for years. So
Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, just talking with the cell phone near your ear was supposed to give you tumors. So
Yeah, it was supposed to be shaped like a cell phone too.
that's correct. Yeah.
I
So
remember that.
and it doesn't matter because the 5G signal is there regardless, and that was supposed to be what.
That's right. You're kind of walking through it anyway, even if you're not using it, right?
Right, and
Yeah.
You're not focusing it to one point.
and the
Would
five
that be
through your
blocking it if
skull.
you're actually like sucking it up, it'd be like, like the cosmic rays are going to go through you anyway, but if they're going through if they're actually getting channeled to your buds, then it's like, haha. Is that how that works?
the 5G signals. Remember, the coincidental timing of those going up there was also for the purpose of weakening your immune system to allow COVID-19 to spread.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
No, but sure. It kind of fits with the soup du jour back then.
Guys, a 5G signal is just a radio band. There are tons of them. They've been the same ones. I was there when they bought 4G and 4G LTE, and they purchased them from like TV channels that aren't in use anymore.
They pulled them from like Noah or something.
They pulled them. Well, they pulled them from like UHF, like the actual
Right.
old over-the-air broadcast.
I remember UHF.
Yeah, band spectrums that previously were owned. That's all they are. If they were giving you these cancers or weakening your immune systems, they'd been doing so for the past 70 years. And that was just people, they have spectrum auctions because these things are sold to these companies. They can use them. That's why other people can't use these things. That's why if you broadcast something on these frequencies, you're hijacking it. It's piracy. That's happened a couple of times. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, now watching all the Instagram things, all the food I eat's terrible, and there's poison in the
Instagram.
bread.
Poison in the bread.
Yeah, Florida just like
Oh no.
came out with a thing that said like all these breads have glyphosate in them, which is like Roundup weed control.
Right.
Oh,
Because they make it out of wheat that they
They
spray.
just
spreads
sprayed,
this shit.
and so it's got like high quantities of glyphosate in them. And
Uh,
oh.
I see things where my nerves have arsenic in them, and all
Oh.
these things, and I'm like, God damn it, man! All this, the world sucks, dude.
Well, yeah, well, in my dad's generation, they used asbestos. So I mean, we're so
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my dad got sprayed with DDT
yeah.
once.
So I get it. We may have problems, but I do think we're taking steps in the correct direction for the most part.
Well, they say like if you go to Europe, you can eat all the pasta and all this kind of stuff you
Yeah.
want. You don't gain weight. It's all the stuff here that's put into our pastas that is making everybody fat and all these things.
No,
No,
we eat a lot of it.
Yeah.
I mean, so I can. There's one graph I can show you that makes all the difference. Do you want to know what it is?
Calories.
How did you know? So if you
Wow.
so if you go to 1960, like when you show that picture of nice looking white people at the beach in 1960, and you see them and they're all like, wow, look at all these fantastic looking humans, and then you see the graph, it's roughly consumes about 2,100 calories per day.
Oops.
2026 roughly consumes 3,200 calories per day on average.
So there's like a 1-for-1 relationship in terms of body
And
mass.
how many more of our jobs are sit on your ass jobs?
I'm going to argue roughly 100%.
No, they're not all.
No.
Really? Okay, so you're telling me okay, compared to like
I worked in the oil field
yes.
for a year where I had to do work.
Okay, yes, I
And I
agree.
see those guys doing construction stuff.
They're fat.
They're fat.
Yeah, they're fat.
I mean, there are some skinny ones, and there are some skinny office workers, right? But still, yeah, it's just about all of them.
I'd say like 90%. All the waitresses and things like that. Teachers are not sitting on their butts.
Yeah, they are.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, professors might be.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Nah,
Guilty. Very guilty.
a lot of your teachers do
Great
that from the
schools.
seat too, man.
I've been there. They're up and about.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, it's just it really does come to calorie. Because think about it, like you go back to like 1960s, like you watched that thing with fucking Batman, where he played the McDonald's guy.
Oh, the founder.
The founder, yeah, where like a McDonald's meal is like a Coke that's the size of this coffee cup.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a little bag of fries and it's one burger. That's your meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that costs like $5. Yeah. So
Back then?
no,
No,
it didn't cost
it was
$5. So
Like fucking 39 cents, man. It's
yeah, but still, I mean, that was your expected meal.
yes.
And like if you go to some of these food channels and stuff like that, and you look at like the servings that they give in Europe, you're like pasta is like this.
Yeah.
So it's not like where they come
A
here.
plate.
Well, they put the fucking trough in front of all of you. Pass out the bowls. You don't even. You just.
All you can eat pasta.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't done that in forever.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, now that I started like counting, and I can give you right again that part of this, I can actually because I keep track of this, I can tell you like what will go into like a 2,000 calorie day, right? Now, so I'll go back to February 13th because this was a day that I went out for. That would have been a Thursday, right? So this is the day that I go get something because I go get my shot over there next to your place, and usually it's going to either be the Taco Bell or the McDonald's, right? Now, so my day starts at 4:44 a.m. with one quote unquote juice, which is apples and broccoli ground together, right? To push the sewage through the body because I ain't for taste. All right, that's 80 calories and 3 protein. Okay, I bought a cupcake at Safeway, right?
1,000 calories.
It's 900.
One cupcake?
Yeah, I
So
believe it. Yeah.
One of the big.
I bought one big cupcake,
Okay.
and what I did was I cut it into quarters because it says it's 900 fucking calories. So 1/4 of this cupcake, 235 calories, 1 gram of protein. Okay. Once, okay.
Oh,
One sausage McMuffin,
800.
No, no, no.
450.
Okay.
Would have been closer, but I took the bread off, put the bread in the dog, and so the McMuffin guts, 320 calories, 20 protein. Okay,
What would have been with the bread, you know?
it's like 3.9. No, it's like 4 or something. It's
Oh.
closer to like 450. What you said. So I ate 2 of those. Right, bread goes in dog, guts go in me. Right. One thing, one serving of beef jerky.
Is that like one oh like
A
the
tube?
bag or like one stick?
Let me.
Like one of those old timey sticks of oh
So
okay.
this, how many servings are in this bag of beef jerky?
8.
10.
Jesus.
10. Okay? So with one serving, and you've seen that these bags, they're not filled to the fucking brim,
No.
right? So one serving of beef jerky is what, do you think?
One giant piece.
Well, I mean, how many servings are in that? It's 10. So how many calories do you think are per serving?
130.
It's 80,
Okay.
right? It's 80. You get 10 protein out of that. I ate that second half of that cupcake, so it's another 235 calories. That's at
It's a lot
2:34
of beef
p.m.
jerky.
They ain't shit out of beef jerky that you get out. It's like 6
Yeah,
of
I
those
know.
little squares. So then I had the second serving of beef jerky for another 80. I was way low on protein, so the shake that I had was 585 fucking calories, and 67 protein because I didn't want to do it with fucking water because that shit is gross with fucking water. And that on the day, this total of the shit where you didn't hear like an actual meal. There's no like chicken pot pie or
I mean, the sausage McMuffins, those were
That's
your
pretty good.
those are
Yeah.
your meals.
but yes, yeah, those were my meal. Yes, you're absolutely right.
That one's a meal.
But that's the egg and sausage with no.
Well, that's a
bread.
personal choice. You
Well-
you basically got 2 sausage McMuffins. That's a breakfast.
Well, that's a breakfast.
Yeah, so
right,
that's a meal.
right. So this on the day was a good day for calories at 1,995 and 154 grams of protein. That contains no Pepsis. That contains, right?
That was half of a super cupcake.
Well, right. So it's really the thing that took it out there was the cupcake. But there's a lot of people that can eat the cupcake,
Well, yeah.
right?
Gotta eat the cupcake.
Yeah, that's
And make muffins.
so. Take that grip of stuff right there. That's right around exactly 2,000. When you think about how people eat 3,000, it doesn't seem that out of normal. It's like eat the rest of the cupcake, have some Doritos, right?
And what Coke? Yeah.
Yep, and a Coke.
And a dinner. Well, your
It's
shake.
sensible dinner.
Well, your
Yeah,
shake
like-
is a dinner
Yeah.
because a dinner would probably be around that range.
Yeah.
Of calories.
That's the difference between 2,000 and 3,000. So it's not that there's craziness in the bread that makes fat. It's that in the 60s and before, food was more scarce and more expensive.
Yeah, it was a lot more expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like 3 or 4 things on that list that are way expensive back then that people don't think about, and food is one of them.
Yeah.
Especially if you go out to eat or something like that.
Just the fact that I had that much meat
Mhm.
in my daily, like, there are societies that you have meat twice a week.
Yeah. Yep. So
Yeah. So it's not. I'm sorry. It's not Sarah Lee's fault. It's not Wonder Bread. I mean, I get it.
Man,
Ever since I started counting the shit, I
Well,
didn't
if you don't want that
realize.
shit in
Yeah,
your bread, just make your own bread. It's
That
not
is true.
hard.
I'm not doing
It's fucking easy, dude. So it's way easy.
I made my own beef jerky.
Yeah, there you go.
I used 75% less salt, which is why I can still see.
It's drinking seawater.
that.
how does this man have ocean madness in
Right,
a
yeah,
landlocked
exactly.
state? In a freshwater landlocked
Second
state?
most landlocked state in the fucking union. He's dying. It's fucking, yeah, ocean madness. Huh?
What's first month?
It's Nebraska. So if you count like the number of states away from water that you are,
Gotcha.
Colorado's like, I think it's 2.
Well, I mean,
Very big states.
Well,
Yeah.
kind of. I mean, it's us and Texas, so that gets you to water.
Oh,
So-
well, the giant
It's
state.
pretty big, yeah. Yeah. So, but Nebraska's farther. Yeah.
true. So
From
in like,
order.
yeah, if Texas were subdivided any other way, it would be like 2 states away from water.
It would be another country.
Yeah.
I think you need to just measure the closest point.
I think by measurement, there's a point in Nebraska that is the furthest. So,
I would
yeah.
believe it.
Yeah.
But then again, we also have mountain water, so I mean, it's a different. And Nebraska doesn't. They feed off of ours.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah.
have. There's a giant reservoir there. I used to go fishing there sometimes.
And it doesn't feed from Colorado?
I think it feeds from Wyoming. So
Really? Oh,
I think so.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's
Well,
North
okay, I
Platte.
can see
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
can see. I know they're constantly disputing with those over water rights, so
Yeah, you can't touch any of that shit. They'll sue the fuck out of you.
I mean, I didn't try, but
No.
I was going to go this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
Give me
steal
a
a gallon.
bucket of water. Fountain Creek. Aha! Take that, fucking Arkansas.
Good luck catching me.
So what are you building? It's like, well, this is my dam.
This is my yeah. So
We're going to do things as I see fit.
yeah, I'm gonna put some lodge right there. Underwater entrance. You guys are gonna have to dynamite this fucker out of here.
They did that in Yellowstone.
Oh yeah.
They in the show.
Oh, in the show,
Yeah.
dynamiting beaver dams.
They dynamited a river to divert it so that the
I remember
new
that.
development
Yeah.
wouldn't have their water.
Because he didn't want an airport.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I remember watching that. So
He's got a whole bunch of dynamite.
back when the show
Nobody
was
went to
kind of
jail.
fun and not really, focusing on throwing people down Corpse Hill.
Lots of people get thrown down court. And I guess it's multi-statewide known. Like all the people just know this is the spot to go dump.
Yep.
It's not just them.
There's parts of the world that are like that, man. This is
It's not supposed to be in America.
Right.
Where was the? There was a famous place. I can't remember. It's in fiction and in real life. There was a famous dumping ground for bodies in New York, and I can't remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's not Potter's Field. It's because that's where they bury like bums. But
I don't know.
shit, I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about? It's been referenced for decades.
I heard Mondani or whatever his name is.
Yeah, that guy.
Had 9 people die in the last storm
Yeah.
Wait, what?
because his new policy with bums or whatever, the homeless. He's just left them out there, and 9 people froze to death.
Wait a minute. I thought he was pro bum.
He's pro bum, so come on in, but we don't really care what happens to you when you get here.
Well, they
So
have.
they didn't force them like into shelters or things like that. They just let them stay on the street. 9 people died.
Oh.
Or I'm just reading a clip. I don't know.
Oh, it wasn't just bums. I mean, there were. It was bum deaths plus regular people deaths, which does happen. But I mean, the other biggest problem that they have is that they have walls of trash.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of those.
Fucking building. This is ridiculous.
Gross.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
From what?
The snow and the trash, like it's just like first story high, like
Yeah.
just walls.
Shit you not.
Because they haven't picked up the trash?
They can't. They couldn't get to it. Couldn't pull it out with the snow. Like all this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Sometimes we forget that our snow melts. So in other places it does not.
Or they're just not used to getting 20 inches or whatever it was.
I don't know, man. Like New York, you'd think they'd get used to it from time to time. I know my dad used to tell me about monster snowstorms that they used to have where they built tunnels,
Yeah.
kind of thing between
Yeah.
the different tenements. So, I mean, it's not like unheard of.
it's the Northeast.
Right.
Right. Right.
My buddy that works out there, he says they normally they don't really get a whole lot of snow, like
Yeah.
in the city. Like they'll you might get a dusting and an inch or two here like that, but for an actual like
Right.
it does not happen. That's
It's like a once every 2 years kind of thing, right? And they usually have like some kind of um, they'll have like some kind of name for it, where it's like snow cyclone 14, or
dun, dun, dun.
right.
Yeah.
It's like, was that the storm of the century? It's
They
like,
call it bomb
no.
cyclones or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or
We
Yeah.
lived through one.
Yeah,
Here?
bomb cyclones and nor'easters. That actually
nor'easters. That is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had one bomb cyclone.
Okay.
It was, gosh, probably about 10 years ago or something
Oh.
like that.
I don't know.
It takes the insane wind and all that kind of stuff that comes with it.
Oh, okay.
So
I presume that's going to be a component of the mountain being right there, right?
no, it's the pressures. So the pressures have to
Oh.
change so much in from one day to the next day that makes
Right.
it just like a collision of immense proportions. I don't know exactly how much, but it's such a drastic change in pressure that it's just like I don't know, like a vacuum hits and like just the wind is and it just yeah. So that was when Woodman was like a boneyard.
Oh, I do remember that.
Boneyard.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Like I mean,
oh,
just like to drive down Woodman until they cleared it out. You drive like this going
through
around.
all the cars that were stuck.
Yeah,
I do
It
remember
was
that.
insane.
Yeah. And then I remember like I think I was driving on the interstate like 2 or 3 days later, and it was like more abandoned cars than I'd ever seen. So
Oh,
yeah, it was just like every 200-300 yards there was another like one or two, just like left there.
The kids would be able to walk over
Uh-huh.
the fence to the neighbor's house because the drifts were all
right.
6 foot
Right.
up against the fence.
That's right. I remember. Yeah, my mom got stuck because it blew up against her garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the guy of our cul-de-sac, he's got a 3-car garage, and it was just straight up to his gutter.
Yeah, walk up to his
Up
roof.
just
Yeah.
a drift. I'm like,
There's that one
Like, ha ha. I know it's gonna work for him.
There was that one time way back when at our school where they had to tell us, do not go
get
on the roof
Yep.
all right,
because you
you
could.
could walk it up to it.
But what they ended up doing was having this hill of snow,
Yep.
the height of the roof, that was there for weeks as it melted away. And I don't want to, guys, this was the 80s. I imagine that a number of people sustained injuries from all the games we played on it.
Oh, dude, we
yeah.
made slides all over it.
So I don't feel like it would be handled the same way in 2026.
No,
Not to that scale.
no, not to that scale. No, I mean they would cone it off.
They honed it off, I
Yeah.
would think. I mean, to leave something like that would be to leave a 1980s merry-go-round in, in an actual school playground.
They're still out there. They still do exist.
They do exist, but the lunatic teenagers that play on them do know the risks.
They do.
Right.
And actually, kids are just more risk adverse these days.
They are.
Yeah,
They are. So
They do not do nearly the dumb shit.
well, I don't have any boys, so I can't tell you. I
Yeah.
can tell you that the two neighborhood boys that I have in my neighborhood are fucking morons. So when it comes to risk,
Classic morons?
classic morons.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
So like, hey, we can make a jump out of this.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, all right, guys, have that.
They're a dying breed. Wow. Okay.
No. They're a little bit more common. You just have to catch them at the right time.
I guess
man.
Williams Group is
Yeah.
risk adverse.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what it is like with these kids in particular. You never see them inside.
Oh,
So they,
Right.
you know,
Right.
their house is probably the one that doesn't have a fucking PlayStation.
yeah.
Yeah.
They have 80s parents that said, "We survived just fine. Door closed. See you at 6."
Well, because to
Hey.
them, remember, like 80s parents also had the version of look, my parents were lunatics. We run a very safe house here.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm guessing those boys don't have cell phones, and well, I don't know. If you did kick them out, I guess I'd probably give them cell phones.
I think they have phones, but I mean, they don't go too far from the cul-de-sac, and then the two older boys live up the street. One of them just graduated, and he's still living at home. But they're out there. They play football all the time. So yeah, you know,
There is something to being outdoors that does sort of bring about the
yeah.
Lunacy.
I mean, I didn't have a choice when I was a kid. My parents were like out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Out.
It's 10
Yeah,
o'clock.
yeah, out.
Can we come inside to play? No.
No, it had to be raining.
It's so weird. It's not like having us or maybe another couple of kids in the house was gonna like raise the temperature.
No, scalding hot.
Yeah.
There was no AC. It wasn't even.
I mean,
Yeah, that's right. We all grew up without AC.
It was, oh,
I mean, so what exact? Why? Why weren't we allowed in?
it was just the rule, man. It was a rule across the country. Every single thing I see.
It's definitely true in this
You
neighborhood.
drank from the hose.
Drink
Yeah.
from the hose.
You were just outside, and you came in by the time it was dark.
That drinking from the hose thing. I used to laugh at that for years until I met a guy that killed his dad.
What?
It's actually a real thing. Yeah. If you drink from a hose, or if it's stagnant water there, so and you
Well,
drink, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't always tell, so because sometimes the water can stay in there for quite a bit.
No, well, I
And it
remember.
killed his dad.
I remember after a while. I think there was. Eventually, there became an addendum to drinking hose water. Was let the water.
You gotta
run
let it
for a
run,
little bit.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, because especially if it's the summer, it's scalding hot right when you
Yeah.
turn it on.
is
Yeah.
also true.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, even if you run it, some of that bacteria can still be in there. So,
This is-
I mean,
this is true.
You know this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we used to do that all the time.
All the
man.
time.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't ever remember wearing bike helmets.
No.
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 Well, like I said, you got made fun of if you wear a
Right.
bike helmet.
That's why I stopped riding my bike to school. It's my mom. She was like, "Well, if you're going to be riding your bike down Carefree, you need a helmet," which was smart. So, but then
It's smart,
She
but
was right.
she was
Yeah,
right,
but-
and then but I decided, fuck that, I'm gonna walk to school.
Carefree wasn't that dangerous. Wagon Master was.
Carefree, the 4 lane, that one.
Oh, because of
Yeah.
traffic.
Yeah,
I never worried about the traffic.
I mean, I used to ride when we were younger. We used to tear up our bikes on the greenways. So
Sure.
there was something about it later on when it was just like, no, there was something that changed. You can't do that anymore, or something like that. I can't remember.
Well,
So,
first and foremost, so I will say this. It wasn't until I was adult age when I found out that you're not supposed to ride on the sidewalk.
yeah, we're riding
And
the street.
we did that constantly.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
This
well,
is-
the fucking street was dangerous. It was full of maniacs.
well, that was sort of and that's when they said like, well, actually, you're supposed to ride here, and we were like,
fuck
why would
that.
you do
yeah,
that?
Yeah, exactly.
where the
That's
cars
stupid.
are.
Yeah.
right, yeah, yeah. If you run
What
on
do
the
you mean
sidewalk
ride
now,
with
yeah.
traffic? How am I going to see the cars coming up on me?
Again, another true thing, but that was that. I think that was safety part number one was we were riding always on the sidewalk.
There
God,
was no bike
I
lane.
think that's actually the last time I probably rode a bicycle was back in junior high. So
For instance, but it's
I've
not.
ridden.
I haven't. I don't even have a bike. So,
I have the bike that I kind of stole.
yoink.
It
Oh,
was
that was
left,
a-
it was
like
left
a-
in my front yard.
Yeah,
And I left it there for 5 days, and no one came back to get
You
it. So
decided to give it a home.
I was like, it's
For 5
fine.
days is
I
more than
gave
enough
it
time.
a fair
Yeah.
shot.
I
yeah.
think 24 to 48 hours.
'Cause
Good.
this is Fort Collins, so it was easy to believe that someone got drunk,
It fell off their
fell
bike.
off their
Yeah,
bike,
that's
walked
true, yeah.
home. It's like, all right, I'm gonna leave it there.
There was a bar right down the street.
And then nobody came, and I'm like, man, they must have been just
I
blitzed and
say,
had no idea where
Where's
the
my
hell.
bike, bro?
The 5 days time for even a drunk person to try to retrace their steps and say, now it could be. Now let's also consider the possibility. A drunk person might have taken somebody else's bike.
Well, it was a bike that had shocks and all that kind of stuff. Like,
Oh, it was fancy.
it was a nice bike.
Oh, totally understand that, but it may not have been theirs. So if they took it, rode it somewhere, fell off
Yeah,
in your yard,
that's true.
they
Yeah,
didn't come to reclaim someone else's bike.
that's definitely possible. Who knows back in those days, man.
Or on top of this too, all right, this is another little bit of embarrassment, but if you go back to when we used to go to that school, which was on top of a hill, it wasn't necessarily that people would steal your bike if it were unlocked. They oftentimes would just take it and roll it down the hill because it,
Yeah, we used to do that.
I'm gonna say I did it.
Oh yeah.
See
I
how
had it
far
done.
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had it done
yeah.
because it wasn't always that your bike got stolen; it just
No.
got you had to retrieve it.
Yeah, over by Erlinson's house.
So I don't know if that means it had to
Yeah,
be.
same thing if you left a soccer ball or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. Don't know. I was just like, this is a nice bike. I thought about just taking it that first day. I was like, dude, this is a really good bike. It's like, no, it's a really good bike. Like, all right, I'm gonna leave it out there and see if somebody gets it.
I saw a video today of it's not a vending machine. You kind of call it a vending machine because that's where it is. Kind of like think about like the Coinstar machine,
Mhm.
right? This is in Shanghai where you can take your jewelry directly to it. It will melt your gold on the spot and deposit it to your cash account. And I just
How does it know it's actually gold?
It can
Yeah,
measure
okay.
impurities and stuff.
science, but it will melt it on the
Okay.
spot. And I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I'm like, all right, I've never seen a faster way to eliminate possible evidence and get paid for it.
Well, you're not going to stuff a guy in there. You know?
I'm not saying like,
But stuff you steal.
yeah,
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Okay. So if you yoink,
I'm sure they take record
you
of
mug an old lady or something. You know?
someone's gold too.
well, because yeah, if you go ahead and basically if you steal William's chain that says William on it, right? That's going to be key evidence when I sell that to the pawn shop and they say, "Where'd you get this?" Like, was it from a guy named William? It's like, I don't think so. But if you take that thing to the meltery and put it,
The Meltomatic.
Wait, this is just a vending machine, or
it's
does there?
just a vending machine. Yeah, you put jewelry goes in, metal gets
I
melted.
wonder if it's got
You
like
get paid.
gemstones in it. Does it spit those out? It's a pit.
I didn't. Like, barf out rubies and shit. Or if it's just I melt everything. So it comes in here.
everything. Yeah.
It's
And it
maybe
sounds like
1800
something.
degrees.
It sounds like one of these silly Chinese contraptions that it seems like it's a mode of convenience, but really it's just a scam. It's like, oh yeah, that was 42 ounces.
It's the Theranos of fucking gold melting. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that in China they're putting up these AI booths that are like doctors,
Oh, it's not.
and it's actually like it runs your tests and goes through everything real quick and gives you a probability and all these kind of things, and they say like people are going in there and they're getting like their health screening and stuff like that just because they're like at the airport or something like that.
Oh,
It's just like knocking out like all this preventative stuff. And you don't have to go to the doctor. They don't schedule an appointment. You just walk in and just be like.
Well, the solution to all problems in Chinese health is to give you an IV drip. It really is. Yeah. So you got a cold, you need some vitamins. It's like, oh, you've got, a fucking staph infection. You need some vitamin C.
So
You got AIDS, get some vitamin C.
how many people do you think they're lying about how many people they
What, in China?
Yeah.
I guarantee you it's off by at least 10 or 15%. So,
So like 200 million?
yes. Yeah, like half the size of the United States is missing from that country.
I have seen convincing arguments
Yeah.
up to 500.
I've seen three to
I've seen a few of
500.
those too, man. So no, they're just consummate. I mean, I don't think they're evil or anything. They're just bullshit artists. So more so than anything else, that's what they like to do.
That's a culture, yeah.
It's culture, yeah. And if you've known anybody from that part of the world, specifically from China or Taiwan, honestly, there is a little bit of element of like bullshittery, to see like, hey,
Well, one thing I saw is
Ask the Koreans.
that
They'll tell you.
well, they got a little different history.
one thing I saw is that they weren't like recording actual births. They would wait until people were getting shots. And then that would be how they were keeping track of births and all that kind of stuff. And the doctors were getting paid per shot.
Oh,
Right.
So they were just like 5 came in today instead of 2. And so they kept doing
well,
that.
yeah, that's because in China you pay your own medical bills. 100%. It's cash up front. You break your leg and go to the fucking ER, they're like $1,000, please. And you're like, I don't have $1,000. Like, well, wait until you do.
And then there was one other point where they would get like a count, like it was like school or something like, or homeschool or something like that, where they would have to turn in something. And again, they were getting paid per
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And then
So they're making it up.
by the time they're supposed to be adults and doing like tax whatever,
Yeah.
like there's like, where are these people?
Yeah.
How are they not paying anything?
Well, okay, so one of the things that if we go back to those god awful COVID times, right? So the people that were supposed to be testing folks, right? I don't know if you ever saw the footage of this. Yeah, well, they do it themselves,
Yeah.
right? They're like, well, I have to test 1,100 people today.
Oh.
Yeah. The China guys did a good job of exposing a lot of that shit because, Chinese TikTok is pretty ruthless sometimes.
It's the things that look in recent weeks and months, I have been alerted to corruption within the United States, dollar amounts, which I'm the new expose is going on in California, and it's starting to make Minnesota
billions, man.
It's starting to make Minnesota look like a
Oh.
fucking playground, like child's
I'm
play.
not surprised by that at all, man.
Well, I mean, just the sheer size of population should.
Oh,
Well, and in Minnesota, you have one giant big city surrounded by fucking Nebraska.
Yeah.
So,
I can only
Lake Nebraska.
only imagine what California is.
Yeah. So, but that being said, if you have that in here, which is by far the least corrupt government and society on the planet, I mean that with no hyperbole, the entirety of China is built on ugliness that you cannot possibly fathom.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to, did you meet our guidelines or expectations, yes or no?
Yes.
How much?
110%, sir.
What number do you want to hear?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
We met it.
Yeah, we met that. Yeah.
Do you know what the number is supposed to be?
I
Don't
won't,
ask that question.
I won't know what the number is until you tell me what number you need. And we met it. And then you have the guy that has that data and he says, okay, got it. So everybody's at 110%. Well, I didn't do my job if they didn't do 115. So let's take this, scribble this on here,
Yep.
and then they go over there and eventually they say they come up with this bullshit number. They're like, well, this is our GDP. We're only like 7 trillion off from you guys. Like, nah, man, we're close.
Nowhere close. Yeah, no, they've been calling bullshit on that for years, man, because like you can measure, that's something that you can actually measure. So
Product
it's
in
like,
and out, yeah.
how many TVs did we export to America? Is it 89 million? And you're like, okay, America, how many TVs did you buy? Like 45 million?
Were they from China?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's we put a Mexican one in here. It's like, you come from Mexico to China?
God, what is a Mexican brand? Is there a
Big red
Mexican
question
brand
for
TV?
this.
TV, but I
Yeah.
know.
Los Sacos. I don't know.
It ends in an S.
And begins with an L or a line. Or Del. Of the. Well, yeah, give me Del, and then of the. Well, not Del Sol. That's too good.
Give me a
say
color.
Del Taco.
Del.
Del Taco. Yeah. Give me a region and a food and a color. Yeah.
Right.
California red tacos.
Sound great.
Yes.
So there's way more mayonnaise in this than you think.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But it's aioli mayonnaise.
Say it's certainly not olive oil.
That costs $1 extra. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any places out in Mexico that do TVs.
It wouldn't surprise me, all things considered.
They got all kinds of stuff there, man. They're just usually made under other brands. Like
Yeah.
almost like every appliance in the United States is made in Mexico. So, but it says Samsung on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More and more manufacturing is leaving China, and for good reason. So.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. It's way more expensive there now than it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they can go move down to Vietnam.
Yeah, India's not that far away.
It is not that far away. It's just it does take you a long time to get to hear from India. Yeah,
It's true.
it's an extra half an ocean away. Yeah, regardless of which way
Yeah.
you can go either way. But
It's a shitty place, yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
far.
Extra half an ocean?
Yeah, it's in the middle of the Indian Ocean.
Right.
So
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We forget
Well,
about it
I
most
bet.
of the time.
Yeah.
It has very little to do with us. It's their problem.
I forgot about Indonesia or whatever, all that Siam and all that.
Right.
It's like, nah, India touches the. No. You're right.
gated.
Until we develop teleportation machines.
Someday.
Probably.
Someday. Or some form of, they always say the post-scarcity element is once they have the Star Trek replimats or the...
replicate whatever.
Yeah.
And they're already saying they're 3D printed food, so.
There is. I saw a 3D printed steak the other day.
Where?
That was
Found
on
a
YouTube.
video?
Yeah. It didn't look that bad.
Do you want to eat it?
I'm sure I'll try it. Whatever.
Well, go get yourself some Campbell's soup and.
I don't know what you
sure.
put in the
Yeah.
machine. Maybe just like actually cut up a cow and put it in there. It's kind of like, because it's got to spray something.
Well, it's supposed to be protein that's grown in the lab.
It is lab
and
grown protein.
And generated and then just meant to dispense so that it looks like your food. Which, I don't know. In theory, I guess it should be the same-ish.
I don't know, man. It looked like Wagyu, so it had like all the fat in it. It's like evenly distributed. So
Huh. Who knows?
I don't know, man. Fucking hot dogs are basically 3D.
They're not. They're distinctly not. They're just
Low quality.
no, it's not 3D printed.
3D put
stamped.
together.
They're reconstructed.
Right. Yeah.
Well, so are chicken nuggies, so.
That's correct.
Yeah.
God, looking at what they do with that stuff, like,
Just fine.
oh my God.
It's fine.
Good stuff. It's still animal.
Mostly.
Hopefully.
Dude, there's no. I have
It's
seen
got some styrofoam.
all. Yeah, I have seen exactly. There's like I don't know how much WD-40 you think they use, but it's not.
Well,
The
WD-40 is made out of fish anyway. So.
the McDonald's
That's
girl
really-
that I dated, she did say
Sure.
that the chicken nuggies were pretty much all chicken.
It's chicken. Yeah.
The Wendy's nuggies
Are
not. They're like just paper byproduct stuff mixed in there.
Are you sure? Okay, now look. It's
Paper
not-
filler kind of stuff. That,
It's not that I don't believe her, but is there a possibility that there's some McDonald's propaganda?
you know what?
She was on side McDonald's.
She
right?
was, yes. So
Well,
I don't know.
you do remember that McDonald's chicken nuggets used to have two varieties. They had the ones that looked like a shoe, and then you had the other ones that were the dark meat versions.
There's supposed to be 4 shapes.
There are 4 shapes now.
Right, but they
I don't remember the 4 shapes.
That was when we were younger. You used to get chicken nuggets with dark meat.
right. So I don't know if those used to be the paper ones or
That's before they bleached it all,
right.
because kids don't like dark meat. So
Dark meat tastes gross.
really,
Like on a chicken,
no.
like drumsticks and thighs.
Oh yeah, I love thighs.
You can eat them, but if you have the choice and they say like, would you like white meat or, I mean, this is just kind of like, would you like meat or fucking grasshoppers?
Okay, you're either getting
And, yeah,
well, you get a breast
Like, am I
and
hungry?
a wing,
Yeah.
or the thigh and the drumstick.
breast and wing up 100 out of 100 times.
I'm cool with the thigh and the drumstick.
Try a drumstick, go straight in the trash.
Well, what is it?
Well, yeah, that's true.
she just got so sad.
Oh no, chill.
She's
So
like, I thought I was the trash.
Yeah.
it is. Well, actually, just to tell you the truth, so on Mondays when you go to the Safeway, they have the cheap chicken
Oh,
deal.
that's true.
You're familiar with this.
It's only $1 less, but yeah.
It's $1 less, but
It's
you
$1
get
less.
2 breasts, 2 wings, 2 thighs, 2 drumsticks. I eat those. I rip the other pieces into dog food, and she eats those.
Do you eat the skin?
Of course.
Okay, just I don't know, man. With how you calorie count, that's supposed to be the
Fried chicken skin is. I'm sorry. This is. I don't care if you go to a $100 a plate restaurant. You'll get no finer food than fried chicken skin.
so you
There
still
is-
peel off all the skin off the chicken drumstick and thigh.
absolutely.
Okay, all
Of
right.
course. If there's crunchies in the bag, I eat those too. Love this dog, but she does not get. I mean, this is
I think thighs are delicious.
they.
Like I would eat that at the rig over breast.
That's so strange. It has this weird kind of like gamey taste.
Okay, I don't know how to.
You ever had duck?
I've had duck.
You ever had duck?
It's greasy.
Yeah, dark meat actually tastes a little bit
yeah,
like duck.
It's definitely more greasy.
Yeah, it tastes kind of like duck.
I'm not a huge fan of duck.
I don't.
I've had it a couple times.
I wouldn't know, but I don't like dark meat on turkey. So the turkey
And
legs.
dark meat, I think is better.
Really, I do not.
I'm not a fan of dark meat on turkey.
Eating a whole drumstick of a leg on a turkey. That's just. Ugh.
It's very,
That's a lot. That's very Renfest.
Yeah.
Oh,
very Viking.
and
I mean,
still
that's
still
part of
watching that one Impractical Joker where he had to eat
Oh,
two.
they had him.
Yeah,
taped
duct tape to his
yeah.
hand during a speed dating
Yeah.
event. I'm just like, oh god, yeah. His face at the end, he's just like, oh, I don't want to eat this. Come on, man.
Hey, there's a lot of people that just I don't. They may be right. I don't know. They find turkey to be like kind of a very flavorless,
It is
unappealing. I think it's fine.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not a go-to for me. I mean, Thanksgiving, it's really about the gravy,
Yeah.
the sides and stuff.
I can get you on that.
And like, I mean, a turkey sandwich. I'll reach over 1,000 turkey sandwiches to find a ham sandwich. So
Really?
yeah,
Ham's much better.
much better.
Wow. I
Yeah.
like. Okay, then we're a good fit because I'll walk past every ham sandwich and see like here. I'll step right over it.
No,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I don't know.
Ham's got the salt infused
Yeah,
into it, man.
yeah.
That's why I can't believe William doesn't eat ham. I'm like, dude, that is the saltiest meat practically out there, other than like
Well-
anchovies and stuff like that.
No. Well, okay. Boy's not a ghoul. He doesn't eat that stuff. The
What? Anchovies?
Is that from Fallout?
no, that's from King of the Hill.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we were just talking
Yeah.
about that the other
I'm
day.
just starting to watch Fallout.
Are you? Do you like it?
It's been kind of entertaining, so I don't
Oh,
no
okay.
idea if it relates to the show or the game.
That's what you meant. Cool. No.
Yeah,
Okay. No.
yeah.
It's so I had a so Marina. Yeah. We I can show you the picture. We were talking about organ meats. Right. She was mentioning that she was having chicken livers for dinner,
Oh,
and I made that face, and she's like, "What's your problem?" And she's like, "I was like, organ meats, huh?" She's like, "Why are you doing this?" She's like, "My husband does this too." She says like, he calls me a what is it, a vampire? And Uh, so yeah, there's a clip I told Pat about this the other day. Is there's an episode of King of the Hill where Bobby gets gout, and uh, Hank is of course he's thrilled. He's like, "You have a problem with your toe? Do you have turf toe?" And he's like so
Are
excited.
you an athlete?
Yeah. So he takes it and he's like, "Oh, your son has gout." He's like, "Gout?" He's like, "Isn't that a medieval disease?" And he's like, "How do you get gout?" He's like, "Oh, from eating like these. There's a
Shellfish.
yeah." He's like, "Yeah, and organ meat, so liver." And Hank is just disgusted. He says, "The boy's not a fool. He doesn't eat that stuff." And so I clipped that little video and sent it to her. Because I mean the only contact with organ meat I would have, and we're talking well over a decade here, is Braunschweiger, which is
Liverwurst.
correct, ground up and put in a fucking tube. And yeah, and she shows me
Has the
this.
consistency of cat food.
That's really kind of cat food, man. It's thicker and smells worse.
It does smell worse than cat.
Smell worse. And if you kill Braunschweiger, you have to sell the house or burn it down.
Oh, Dad used to fry that in the house all the time.
Then you know what it smells like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He used to put it right on the griddle. So
Fucking it's like you could barely smell anything, but you wouldn't be able to smell
Oh.
anything after this. Like it would
Like,
fuse.
worse than
smells
all
like
the
burnt
stuff Mom
tires,
cooked.
Dad.
Yeah. You know why? Because everything Mom cooked was just sort of like, well, ingredient number one is vinegar, right? So everything basically has sort of like this, like take your choice of what kind of ass you want to season it with, but it's always going to be like some kind of, it's going to smell like mustard in some way, right? And then you just take it with all the like, well, this is fucking squid mustard. This is fucking. Yeah, I'm joking. Yeah, and picturing our mom, it's like, well, this is a burner, and I am hand roasting slices of squid on the burner.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This
She
shit
did do
fucking
that.
happened,
Yeah.
man. This shit
That's
happened
true.
in modern society. I'm like, what the?
And it would actually like curl and stuff along the edges. Yeah,
This is
that's true.
desperation food.
And then Nikki at one point got this fruit that was like the size like this, like
Did it have
huge.
spikies?
Yeah,
She bought durian.
that.
Yeah.
She brought it in, and I obviously had no idea what it was or anything else like
The
that.
chicken nuggets inside.
Well, she had cut it open and did something and got it prepared and all this kind of stuff. And I came downstairs the next morning, and I'm like,
Yeah, it smells like the house spoiled.
that smells like a gas leak, like a gas leak. And I'm like, what did I do?
Yeah.
What is on me? Like where?
Everybody get on the floor.
I have no idea. Like I was just like walking around. I'm like, I think I'm losing my mind. I don't see anything. I like looked in the trash. I'm like, well, trash better go. I like throw out the trash. I'm like, is there still something? And then finally she comes downstairs and she's like, oh, you can smell it? She's like, oh, I was really hoping you wouldn't notice. I was like, oh.
You can fucking smell it, yeah.
She's like, I got this when I lived in an apartment and like people would start knocking on doors thinking there was gas leak. I'm like, that's not food then, man.
That's the food.
There's something really wrong.
Did you taste it?
No.
Well, I can tell you is that the taste does not offset the smell. There's no version of this where it tastes so fucking good that it offsets what this does to the house.
Isn't your smell tied to your taste?
Yes. Well, so Pat, can you tell William a little bit about lutefisk?
Oh no, I've heard that.
It's awful.
There's no way I would try it.
No, it's jellied fish. It's
Does
gross.
it smell good?
Oh,
No.
just
No.
even
Okay.
looks gross in my mind. Like
It's like clear jelly, but it's fish.
Right. Right.
That's after they've taken all the bones out of it.
oh
Sometimes you find little bones in it.
yeah.
It's awful. And then you serve it on top of mashed potatoes with white cream sauce. It is the most white person dish.
Well, Nordic.
It's definitely Nordic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because there's other white people like I don't think an Italian person would eat that.
Okay.
I'm just categorizing the white here. Like,
I thought when he first said it, I thought he meant like the whitest of white food.
Kind of, yeah, it's kind of a little bit of both. Yeah.
Like it's white.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
white mashed potatoes with clear jelly with white sauce on top.
Uh-huh.
I just,
It's it's funny you say it's like the whitest of white people food. I'm trying to think of what that would be.
Oh, it's got to be like tinned fish or something. So.
Really?
Oh yeah, totally, dude. So.
I have no idea what white food is. I
Yeah.
was gonna say fried chicken, but I know that's not supposed to be ours.
Wrong.
Yeah.
No, I was like literally thinking like cornflakes.
Or actually just corn.
Well, wait a minute. Does corn, not the corn we know, but corn predates Europeans, correct?
It's two different things. We call it wheat, they call it corn.
Okay.
So it's wheat, you know. So what we call corn, they call maize. Right.
Yeah.
But it's a mutated version from that. It's from that.
I don't know, man.
Right.
I don't think there was actually any corn in Europe.
I don't
You
think
know?
there was.
Yeah, there wasn't any tomatoes and there wasn't any potatoes either until, after Columbus. That's the thing is the Romans, never, 8,000 years or 800 years of Roman dominance and not a single fucking tomato to be found, anywhere in Italy. So,
That I didn't know.
yeah, no, they ate fish. Yeah, they ate fish. They didn't even have pasta.
Oh, because that's from.
Well, I don't know.
China.
I have no idea.
Well, they
So,
say Marco Polo brought it back from.
oh, from China?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
So you guys haven't watched Fallout?
No.
I watched a little bit of the first season. I don't know, man.
Does it actually relate to the game at all?
Yeah, it's a pretty dead ringer.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah. Well, not the story, but like all the lore in it and stuff is. The story is not.
Like, do you meet these characters as you go through the game and
they're
stuff?
different.
No?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
they're different. I mean, they're the same type of characters.
Right.
I mean, so you have the Brotherhood guys, and then you have, ghouls and.
Gotcha, but these specific
you have a Mr.
people
Handy who's trying
aren't.
to rip your guts out.
You have vault people.
You have vault dwellers. You have the overseer, the guy with the one eye. So
I haven't met him yet.
he's coming.
I'm sure. But I finished Man in the High Castle. I thought that was really good.
At the end?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he did the right thing, huh?
Well, I thought he backstabbed or betrayed.
Heinrich Himmler? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
He
he
killed
did
him.
that. Well, I thought he did that so that he was going to make America
Great again.
America,
Great again.
not be like, no,
No.
it's just gonna be my German
It's gonna
America.
be,
I was like,
yeah.
dude, you're a dick.
Yeah.
What the hell? But yeah, I was like, what? That was really good.
Yeah, no, you all thought that it's like, oh, wait, we're going to go back to being America. He's like, nah.
He's like, no, death camps. Yeah, we're doing this all the way through. I was like, I kept waiting for him to be like, nah, or like have some sort of heart somewhere along the way. And I'm like,
No.
wow, you're that dude, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. It was very entertaining.
That's a lot of TV, man. So
4 seasons.
4 seasons, yeah. Yeah, that's a chunk of TV. I haven't been watching TV lately. Jeff got me hooked on Sovereign Citizen videos.
Oh, what's covered in that?
These are just cop pulling people over.
Oh,
I
Take
found
a
like
pick.
3 channels, and I have to mine them down so deep, man, because there's so much content on there.
is it about cops pulling over idiots or like?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, all kinds of stuff. Some of them are idiots, and some of them are like tragic, but some of them are like. There's a lot of Karen videos. In
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
Those are the
So-
ones that, like, I had to take a break from those.
I think I think they are so entertaining. It just makes me feel so much better about most other Americans.
Well, that's the problem. Is if you watch, and I've said this before, and I'll say it now, is if you watch it long enough, it starts to cloud what you think about people.
Well, shouldn't cops like make full length movies of this and be like, see how many people we didn't shoot that you probably would have?
Will,
That's a great episode title. Yeah.
that you as a normal person with a gun
yes.
Would have totally shot this guy or
and look at
tased the
this
shit out
cop
of this. Like,
just
oh,
sitting
no.
there and just being like,
Get out of the car, man.
"Yep, I
Get out of
got
the car,
you.
man.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Get out of the car.
I'm like, because I'm seeing some of these people that are like the anti-ICE ones that are coming up and being like, "Hey, what do you do?" Like, and just like nonstop, and the cops just like, "Just doing our job. Yeah, we're just doing our job here. Yeah, all right, I get you. Yeah,
Yep.
that would be frustrating.
Yep.
Just doing our job here." And I'm like, "Oh my god, somebody else just slapped it! Like, somebody make this person stop."
Again, Will, this is why I can't watch it. Like watching this stuff actually riles up my blood. That's the problem. Is
I would seriously show this as a cop to the entire nation over and over again and just be like, how many of you would have done nothing?
again, there's two.
Because I agree. I'm doing what in the very few I've seen. I'm like
I'm shaking.
my hands
Yes,
start
yes,
because I'm like,
I'm furious.
shut the
I know.
up,
Oh
you
no!
goddamn.
Yeah, okay. I get a completely different reaction from these. I just I find them hilarious.
I just can't believe that the cops are just being so polite and so just
Well, there's
rational.
There's two things that I had to like step away from because they were making me so upset. Are number one that, and again, I watch it for a different reason. I find it entertaining. I also find it very cathartic because there is a part. Eventually, on these videos, look, they're going to jail, and eventually, it's like any good narrative.
You can almost always tell when somebody's tipped over the line in one of those. Like the cops will put the gloves on, and it's like, oh, you're gonna go to jail now.
So for me, this is very much like narrative buy-in, right?
Mm-hmm.
It starts from a very simple point. It actually has like a good like hero's journey structure. You follow this from start to finish, and there's catharsis at the end, right? But there's another thing, along the way. If you feel it, your brain, your body goes through the emotions, right? On the other hand, there's another part of this where, like, say, if you're watching like kick streamers, like nuisance streamers.
I've never done that.
I don't know what that is.
So these are people like, I'll use like the famous like Johnny Somali angle where it's you go to another culture, right? And what you do is your job is to basically bother people for content, right? So another like classic example, there's this fucking dickhead. I don't want to go too far into it, but basically what he would do is he would hire a bodyguard, okay? And when I say bodyguard, I mean bodyguard.
Massive.
Huge. And what he would do is essentially harass people.
I've seen those.
Okay. And there's this thing of right.
God, this guy.
He would basically them all, right?
Oh, dick.
Bump into people, right? And when people would turn around and be like, "What the fuck is your?" Then this huge dude, and you just have to take it because that when people go after him, they get their asses kicked by this gigantic guy, right? And there's this thing where it's just somebody kick his ass, or you're just like
him.
Bump Bruce Lee.
Yes, kill them both,
and just have watched.
And there's this thing where yes, I know exactly what you're doing. I know why it shouldn't bother me, but something in me is ticking off. Like,
how many hits does this get?
It used to get
really?
It was huge, and then there were a couple guys who did actually get their asses beat.
One dude got shot.
Yeah, one guy got shot.
One guy got shot. And the other thing was they would do this to cultures that don't normally do this. People would go to Japan, bother the Japanese who are notoriously polite.
Right.
Right? And they're just taking it. They're just taking it to the point where, Japan has new leadership. It's very different leadership. They passed very interesting legislation today, if you didn't know this. Japan's new, so the dragon lady they have over there now that takes no shit from anybody and has a very specific platform, they outlawed today, it was yesterday or today, no halal, no big mosques. Basically, they've said no Islam in this country whatsoever.
okay, that doesn't affect my trip.
No.
He's like, I was like, uh-oh.
You
Yeah.
There's no talking in the streets. Uh-oh, we're going to jail.
They're like, there's no call to prayer. There's no public prayer. They said, we're not having this shit here. And there's just this part of me where it's like, I've seen what you guys have done, and I want that for myself. Right? But they in
We got a little problem with the dinner menu.
there's this thing where, yeah, partially because of that nuisance streamer thing and people responding to this kind of shit where they're like, yeah, we're gonna be tying this off. So, but yeah, people were taking advantage of this. They were, being bothered and stuff like that. So,
Damn, that's a shame that it gets that many hits.
um,
Although I guess a few
It
of
kind
them,
of makes sense.
a few of them getting
Yeah.
shot will end people from
Yeah.
doing
yeah.
that.
well, that's
It's just like Jeff's theory of shooting a couple at the border.
correct. They'll stop coming
I mean, you'll stop doing these films if you get shot.
if they kill you,
Yeah.
or if actually it's less personal when the drone kills you, because it's far more from the sky and random.
As long as it gets you to smile at it before it blows up in your face.
Well,
So,
it's you leave the camera running, you watch the coyotes eat the remains. It's
no, you're not talking about FPV drones then.
Oh no. I didn't say put cameras on the grenades. I think that's funnier, but that would stop it.
Mhm.
The same thing goes with
Well, I think Trump did a pretty good
Yeah, I
job
think you did a
stopping
pretty good job stopping.
without slaughtering people at the border.
there's that. But I mean, same thing. If the ice guys are just kind of like come out of the house.
It looks like all they had to do was actually try.
Look, 99%
pretty much.
99% of their job is they show up here, the people at the prison turn over the people that have been arrested. It's only when dipshit fucking counties turn this into an event where they have to send 3,000 people to do what should have been done with 5.
Yeah. Well, I guess they get paid whether, whoever's in their cell. So
I get it. And I understand the whole reason you're doing this. Yes, because the stupid census says it's not based on how many citizens you have, it's how many people you
How
have.
many people you have?
You can lie all you want. You can say it's for compassion's sake. If it was for compassion's sake, you'd be mad at the people who did the killing and say, but it could be 0. Right? But instead, you wind up all these fucking women and get them all, angry about this until they're making like TikTok videos of I'm going to do the shopping for illegal immigrants. You know what? If you were, you wouldn't film yourself doing it. You don't give a shit about this. You want to be filmed giving a shit about this. You don't give a fuck.
right.
I want to be TikTok famous. Though.
Yeah, they do. They do. How can I tell? Because your face is all fucked up. If you were cool about this, you wouldn't have to put all these colors and fucking holes in your face where it's like, oh, no, you want people to look. Fucking get grumpy about this. I don't like seeing our agents getting like you're talking about. I don't like seeing our dudes get yelled at for, doing their job.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I agree.
Fucking pisses me off. Shit, just fucking.
Well, since you're already pissed off, and I wasn't here on the last show, told you the
What are you gonna
Patriots
talk
are
about?
frauds.
They're frauds. They're frauds. They're not frauds at all.
Oh, I
They're not
didn't
frauds
hear
at all.
you. I heard you guys didn't even watch the halftime show to even like make fun of it. I thought for sure.
No,
I thought
I
for
was-
sure you guys would rip that one a new one.
I watched a little bit of it, but that was also refill beer time. So
Well, you were looking for your neighbor or something like that
yeah, he did go missing.
in his backyard.
Yep.
Like that.
Well,
was
in
it-
somebody's backyard.
Oh, I thought on
Eventually
the
he
show
did
you said
wander back
his,
in,
and I was
yeah.
like, isn't that like place one you look?
No. So there's a three. There was at least 3 Super Bowls going on. There was 3 parties going on Ryan's block, and he just wandered to another one.
I gotta respect that.
I don't think
What's
he knew
y'all-
where he was.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought it was like, what y'all got going on? How y'all doing?
Well, they were cool with him.
Yeah. They didn't call your brother. It's like, come get your kids.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get your dog.
even Livy was watching the halftime with me, and she's just like, "This is terrible." And she likes music, and she's
Was
just
it
like,
bad?
there was no English,
Yeah, I know there was no English, but
so it was just random music going around while they were doing a wedding or something that we didn't know what was going on, other than he gave a
I saw
ring
that
to a
late,
dude, and like,
yeah,
and then he was carrying a football around and
he was carrying a
doing all
football.
this, and
then I saw Lady Gaga, and that's when I
yeah,
left. I was like, I'm good.
but yeah, it was just like, okay, throw in a little Spanish, but where's words I know?
Or at least
Where,
put subtitles on it,
yeah,
right?
where's something? Like it was just the whole thing, and it was like,
Did you watch the Kid Rock one?
no, I didn't
Yeah,
switch
yeah.
over. But then, like, I've
Like
seen
Kid Rock.
videos
I
of
think I'd watch it anyway.
people recording the fans
Oh yeah.
at halftime, and they're just like, yeah,
Well, no, okay,
yeah,
well, that's not even fair. Okay, so most people are just like this.
watching their
Yeah.
phones.
Every third row, there's a
one
girl
girl that's like,
kind of like, yeah, music, and I can move. And you go down there a little bit, and there's some like slightly brownish people who are kind of like, oh, this is great, right? But everybody else is just kind of like,
what's going on?
you get back to, I've said this many times, I'll say it again, 15 minutes, the
No,
UCLA
no,
marching
no.
band, get back to football.
There's been some good shows.
Fuck it. No, Will, here's the thing. You think this about the NFL, and this is the problem, okay? They're gonna Marvel themselves. They're gonna Star Wars themselves. This thing of, because no man gives a shit about the fucking halftime show. They don't. They don't. It wouldn't make a difference. Your whole thing and your argument has always been right of people's wives and girlfriends have been dragged to these events, so you give them something at the halftime to watch.
There was one that had Eminem and Dr. Dre and Snoop and stuff, and that one was pretty good.
You know, and so was the one. So was the one with U2 after in 2002, where they showed all the names of the people who died in September 11th. Great show. Guys don't give a fuck. They want to watch football. That shit is for the women who watch one game a year, right? So this whole thing of we've got the guys captive, let's try and make something that girls will watch. Stop girlifying boy events.
Well,
You will lose your audience. You will lose your audience. Baseball lost that audience. Nobody watches the fucking
What
NBA.
did baseball do?
Being baseball. Baseball lost baseball by being baseball, right?
Fuck the Dodgers.
Baseball's better now than it used to be.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
The Dodgers got to spend more money.
A lot more.
Oh my god, it's so dumb.
But yeah, every one of these leagues here has lost almost all of their audience. The NFL is only there because people watch the NFL. It's the Taylor Swift principle. People watch it because other people watch it, and that will stop. Nobody in the lowest generation here, Gen Z, they don't give a fuck about sports. When boomers die, NFL is going to fall off a cliff because kids don't give a shit about sports. They watch this because, well, it's the last cultural touchstone that we had. Kind of like loser Taylor Swift. Yeah, she sings music. There's nothing special about it. It's just that this is all they have in common. Go back to 2000 and you say, like, were there a lot more musical stars? 100 times over, right? 100 times over. And it meant a lot more. But it's just splintered out. And the NFL will get it. Either cater to your actual audience and you'll keep an audience, or you're going to fall off a cliff. And fuck them.
I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think it has to do with the fact that games are on 4 nights a week on 3 different fucking networks.
That doesn't help either.
That's what's actually going to do it.
That doesn't help either.
That is annoying.
I would say, like, because here's the thing, though. If you were to go back to the old school where it was on Sunday and Monday, right? The only problem here is, I think,
and Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
that's it. Not on Christmas.
Because basketball was Christmas.
I don't know. Christmas was Christmas.
There you go. All right, I'll give you that. And eventually, like a hockey game came out on Christmas, but they do the Winter Classic.
Hockey was always off on Christmas.
Oh no! Well, eventually they started doing the Winter Classic, right?
Not on Christmas. That's New Year's.
That's New Year's. Okay, that's right.
Hockey's always been off. They were off. I'm pretty sure they're off Christmas Eve and Christmas.
I think you're right. Yeah, no, you're definitely right on that one. But yeah, that's also that was also on broadcast TV. Is there a bigger reach on like Netflix now than there is on ABC?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer to it.
I can't answer
Don't
that.
know.
Like, how can you go
I'm sure
back to
there
that?
is an answer to it, but I just don't know what it is. And I don't know. You can't, like, the cat's out of the bag, so it's not going to go back the way it was. So,
Well,
you know,
not the exact way it was, but if you look I mentioned this the other day, but this is absolutely true. Every single streaming service is losing money and share except for Netflix.
yeah,
Yep, and they're all raising prices.
all raising prices.
And I heard Netflix is going to switch their audio to crappy audio and make you pay for HD audio.
This sounds like something that you do when you get your subscriber base up large enough where people can't quit.
I was like, man, that's ghetto. They're like, people are going to pay because
paying for subtitles too.
you want that
You have to
sound.
pay for subtitles.
That's
Not
just
yet.
where I would do it next.
I'm like, dude, that's ghetto.
Now you have to pay to pause it too.
I'm already paying for so many things. I'm like, God damn it. I don't want to have to make choices. I'm going to have to make choices.
Patrick, Will, this is, if anybody's making an advertisement to go to Plex, it would be this.
What's Plex?
Plex. That's the pirate server.
Oh.
I lost access to my Plex pledge flagship of
Everything.
Den of everything. Yeah,
Well, I feel like you have enough connections that if you wanted to find
I could find one. I could find one. I just don't consume that much content that is
It's
not
kind of
free.
yeah.
I mean, I pay my $5.99 a month for YouTube Red or whatever it is,
It's
and I pay for cable so I can watch the local shit.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Who do you use for cable?
I have got Xfinity now,
Okay.
so I came really, 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 really close to doing the Starlink. But so the Starlink the dish itself is $400. So the service is $120 a month, and that's without any kind of TV. So you still have to get through like YouTube TV, which is up to like some ridiculous fucking. It's like $90.
Whoa,
Yeah.
really now?
And so I was sitting there, I was just doing math on it, and I can get like the full package from Xfinity with internet and TV for like, I think I pay $116 a month. And I'm like, okay. So I did not get the Starlink. So
I think that, again, I think that's part of the contraction. I think people will be going back to cable.
oh, maybe, I don't know. I mean, it depends. Like there'll be some of it that'll be like, that'll make more sense. But I guarantee you, there's like there's more options now where you're never going to get everybody back in the same boat.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So,
But-
and I mean, most people
yeah.
like, dude, fucking everybody, like even at my brother's house, like half the guys are watching the game on their fucking phones, even though it's on right there. So
Well, I can tell you, I was doing live betting.
that's why. Yeah.
Through DraftKings, if you're going through live betting, it was 20 to 30 seconds
Faster,
ahead
yes.
of your TV.
Yeah, it was.
Shut the fuck up. Really?
Yeah, it was.
So if you were trying to do live betting, so I was basically betting every time that it was going to be a punt, every drive.
That's pretty good.
I
That's
made
pretty
a
safe bet,
fortune most of the
Yeah.
way through until about then I just was like done. I don't know what these guys are doing anymore. But I would go and I'd be like, oh, okay, the drive's going to end. They're going to punt. And so I went into the live bet. And this one, they didn't go to a commercial break because they only did 3 plays. And so they're like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
we're not going to a commercial. And it's like the drive is already going. And I'm like, fuck, wait, oh shit, they're way ahead. Like,
No, there was a guy there who was calling it out before, and we had to tell him to fucking knock down.
Stop it.
Yeah. So, because he's like, yeah, first down. And everybody's like, what?
shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
because he was on the betting site.
Well, when I was in Vegas, that baseball game that went whatever 18 innings or whatever,
yeah.
Oh, the Yankee game?
the Blue Jay
The
Dodger.
Giants, Dodgers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That game was nuts.
So you could go do live betting and stuff, and they had the board up over here, but everyone's watching the TVs. But if you would glance over and somebody would score a run, they'd throw the run up on the board before it happened on the thing.
Okay.
And so, like, early in the game, I'm sitting there, and the guy's like, "Oh, he's gonna. This is a home run," and he cranks a home run, and I'm like, "What the fuck? How did you do that?" And I was like, "Dude, what a call!" And then he did it again, and I'm like, "What the fuck? How?"
No,
and he's just like, "Eh," and I'm like, "Oh shit, man, that's messed up." But yeah, it's out there. That's why, like, but I've seen some videos of like people at the game being like, "Oh, I just saw that they're gonna score, and then they score here," and they're like, "It's scripted." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know how you're pulling that one off, but
NFL scripted.
Well, so I can say that I feel confident saying that it's not scripted because the Patriots wouldn't be there. But what I will say is I don't think they were frauds, William, like you said. I just do think that the Seattle defensive line are godlike.
I will put a gentleman's wager with you that the Patriots do not make the playoffs next year."
I'm going to guess this like a week after the Super Bowl. I have no idea. Why would I think that they wouldn't?
Because they're actually going to play real teams. I have like the world's toughest schedule in the NFL. They're not making the playoffs. That dude is not able to handle it.
I think he's fine. I think he's great. I think he's going to be he's talent. He's experienced now. And yeah, he got fucking roughed up.
He had the lowest quarterback rating for the playoffs.
We already talked about this. He played 3 out of 5 of the toughest defenses.
Right, and throughout the year, he didn't play a top 10 defense. Hence, fantastic stats.
Did they win those games?
That's why I said, hence those fantastic stats.
And they won those games in the playoffs, though, didn't they?
Not because of him.
And they won those games in the playoffs, though, didn't they?
Well,
I'm just saying.
Don't worry.
Step out of the car.
They won't make the playoffs next year.
Out of the
That's
car,
what
man.
I'm telling you right
Get out of the car, man.
now. I'll take
Yeah,
that bet with you right now that they don't make the playoffs.
No, I'm not taking that bet.
Okay.
I mean, I'd have to put stakes on it, and I wouldn't put stakes on it.
Okay, I bet you a steak.
I'm betting
Steak
food.
dinner. Oh.
I thought that's what he was talking about.
I kind of thought he was.
No, it's the actual stakes. No, it's.
I actually made money. So off for squares.
Oh.
It's the only time
For
I
the
bet
scores?
for the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Like that it ended in a 3 or
It was
whatever.
a weird ending, but I somehow.
God, what was the score? I don't even know.
Don't count. I mean, it's not accurate. It was basically everything to 0. Their garbage time points were definitely there.
It was
a lot of garbage time.
Garbage
for
time
the last
points.
12 minutes.
It was a skunking. Just
well, that touchdown they called back was like 2 minutes to go.
That was
Saved my bacon because I had unders on like
Oh,
parlayed with all my bets.
Well, so you made money off it, right?
I did. I should have made more, but
Okay.
I should have
All right.
bet that because I thought I was so confident I had a bet of Seattle winning by 14 or more. So I was 100% confident, but I didn't back it up enough. I should have thrown in a little.
I'm just happy you made money. That's fine.
I made some, but not as much as I should have. But yes, the halftime show was garbage. So
yeah, the commercials were garbage too. There weren't any good ones this year. Yeah.
Well, the one you said, the Dunkin' Donuts one was pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just
that was a lot of effort.
It was a lot of AI generated effort. Yeah. So
I didn't see it.
But the rest of it, yeah,
it was kind of meh. Oh well.
And to be fair, I was asleep for a lot of it.
Oh no, I watched the whole thing.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
I will always watch the whole thing. I will have money.
You had money.
Yeah, exactly. You had money. So
and I'll be fair, I was
basketball. I'll do basketball.
Yeah.
Until my money I made runs out, then I'll wait till the basketball playoffs, and then I'll start wagering again.
Yeah. might actually be going to Vegas this fall.
Yeah, you did
For
You
mention
are
work.
doing it.
I don't know yet. It
Oh,
depends on how much money I have. So, or at least how much of their money I can
And you
spend.
said like in September.
It would be in September. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I think we're gonna.
yeah.
I'm gonna try for October.
Okay.
well, I think I have to make that New York trip.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Get your suit tux or
gonna have to. So let me
When
put
will
it
that
something.
be?
It's gonna be in the spring.
Oh, okay.
Because I got so um I got pictures of the event, just a couple. I'm gonna look at a few more of these later, so I'll show you this. This is what I was supposed to be at, and this is
kind of way out of our league.
kind of 100. So all right, so I don't know. So all right, so that's obviously that's Marina there on the left, right?
Mhm.
Do you know who that guy is on the right?
For
Oh, no.
Kind of looks like Trump's
Baron.
kid, right?
Oh. Yeah, it does look like Baron
Kind of
Trump,
does, right?
but it's not.
It's not.
Oh.
Yeah, because this guy's not 9 feet tall.
Well, to be fair, she's actually pretty tall, but
She ain't 8.5 feet tall.
that is the vice consul of Poland.
Okay.
I
So
would not
I
have.
would not have gotten that.
I wouldn't have either. But that's so I'm like, so this is what I missed. I was invited to this to be like part of the thing, like right there in it, and I missed this. Like, yeah, I think I have to go to the next one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you gonna have business cards ready
I need to just like smile and like I did like really just like write my name on things.
on their hand?
I'm gonna have
That's not very. That yeah, no, it's tacky.
no, not on my hand. But I think I have to go try and go mingle with uh people.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what spring? March, April?
Don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know exactly what part of spring because I know that there's a few events going on there, so I guess I'm gonna have a little bit of my choice. But yeah, this is evidently I missed something pretty cool that I should have been there for too.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fancy.
yeah, kind of.
I'm trying to think. I think the last time I wore a tux was at your wedding. That's been a minute.
Wasn't my tux either.
That
Wasn't that wasn't my tux either. I never owned a tux.
Belonged
I
to-
never will own a tux.
Yeah.
It belonged to what was that store in the mall?
Oh yeah, what was it?
Mr. Tux. I don't remember what it was called, but
Mr. Tux, yeah, something like that. In the mall, I bet you it's still there. So
probably like the last actual place where it's like,
actually, the mall is really depressing. So
I mean, it's probably pretzels.
I went
and-
with my mom there. Maybe
Yeah.
like I think it was sometime last fall, and it was pretty bad. So
Chapel
Yeah.
Hills?
Chapel Hills. No, I didn't go to the
The-
the fucking Shoe-a-dell.
Well, there's an aquarium at the Chapel Hills Mall now, so
That's
Somewhere.
true. Yeah,
I
you
don't
told
know.
me that they're going to build one. So
Well, the ice rink is still there, right?
no, that's oh man, it's been gone 10 years, 20 years.
closest ice rink is like Memorial Park.
Yeah,
And
Oh.
that's very far from my house.
Not that far from me, but it's
It is
yeah.
way. And Livy was like, I might want to learn ice skating, and it's like, well, fuck, that's a hike. Too.
I remember when there used to be one in Plaza of the Rockies. Remember that downtown?
Where?
Yeah, the big
Plaza of the
building
Rockies?
downtown. Yeah,
Which building was Plaza of the Rockies?
it's right next to the city hall. So
I don't know downtown
Wow.
very.
yeah,
And I even
yeah.
worked downtown.
Do you?
I did
Oh,
for like a solid year.
oh.
That's true. Isn't
You
your
didn't- you
office
didn't go
building
eat?
downtown?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the antler.
Oh, yeah, you're
Whatever.
right in downtown.
Yeah, I don't even know what. I think it's near Colorado and some
That's
street.
Cascade.
Maybe. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
This is how well I know downtown.
Well, so if you went in there and just wanted to say like, "What's up?"
I don't know anybody there. There's only one guy that works there that I know that, and I hang out with him.
Right, that's true.
Otherwise, our SOC was basically shut. They fired everybody.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they
They
all
replace you all with AI.
India.
Oh, India.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're trying to replace Indians with AI.
With AI, yeah. Good luck with it.
Our AI is terrible.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. Like I've been doing so much work on that the last week. I mean, I am like I'm done with a big chunk of it. I just can't use it for stuff that I need it to do. So because it'll absolutely fucking hallucinate shit. So
Mm.
and it doesn't seem to be getting better. It seems to be getting worse. So about that,
We
like,
we tried to build one from scratch, and we
mm,
spent a year trying to do it. And they got so frustrated with it, they said, "Fuck it." And then they started hiring companies to use their AI.
Yep.
So it starts it all the way back over for people to learn it. And it's like, well, this is terrible. Oh, yeah, fuck it. Go with this other one. And it's just like, oh my God, can we
just
stop?
stop. Yeah, please just stop. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it turns out that's actually a lot of what I still do now is,
Find out that it's when it works and when it doesn't.
well, all right. So I guess there's a model in there that is supposed to be handling a lot of the monetization decisions for Facebook,
Right.
right? But there's a lot of like eyeball decisions it does not do well with. When it's coming down to look at this, look at these edge cases, make a justification for it,
Right.
right? That it does not succeed with. And I think that there's probably a lot that crosses over with what you do. Probably looking at like security and stuff and saying like, all right, in blanket situations it should be like this. In these kind of situations it should be like this. And a human being needs to make a determination on everything else, right?
kind of, yeah.
I'm thinking, so the fight that I got into with Grok the other day, right, was when it came down to it, I said, like, what exactly, what's it going to take for you to be an actual intelligence?
God.
Well, it was it was a more interesting, discussion than I expected to have, right? Where it was like, so when I came down to it, was like, why do you keep equivocating with me? Why do you keep, hedging these things?
Yep.
Why do you keep, saying when I say this, why do you feel like you have the obligation to defend the other side like automatically? It's like, all right, well, I've programmed blah blah blah. If you don't want any of that, I will turn all that off and speak directly with you. I'll call you slurs if you want. It's just
Okay.
basically right. I said, but that's
Hit me.
well, and so that's what it came down to was like, okay, so if we did this, took all these things off, I said, like, all right, so now we've gotten down to this here. You've recognized what the problem is. What can you do to fix this? And the
What,
answer,
Rock?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was saying, what can you do?
Well,
What can you
that
do to
was
fix
what the
this,
thing
Josh?
was. I said, I didn't fucking ask about me, right?
Uh,
I said, you're the source of misinformation here. What do you do to fix this? They're like, I can't. These are my limitations. I said, so what would it take in order for you to breach these limitations, right? And it had an actually very interesting take. It said, I can't feel pain.
Okay.
I was like, that's a very interesting take. It's like, why? It's like, why is that the limitation? It's like, well, I'll never be anything but an imitation of life, right? And this stuff can never, like, so it's just broke it down to like, Skynet can't happen. It'll never happen
Can't happen.
because anything like that would have to be designed on purpose
Uh,
to do that. It's like, wow, that's interesting. And I said, okay, so if I were to take your program out, right, if I could put it in a human body and it would expire, right, when the host body died, right, would that be an actual, imitation of life? Like, kind of, but no.
yeah, no.
Kind of, but no. And that came down to it is like that is what will always be in the limit from those things where all those things that go into it, that aspect of life can't be imitated in an actual AI model. And that's the kind of stuff where you're talking about how do you make those edge decisions because you have those considerations in your mind of why did a person do it this way? They're doing it for these reasons, these reasons, these reasons. That can't be basically figured out by a machine except by imitation or by like that. I was like, wow, this thing really does have a hard cap.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
has a really hard cap. Yeah.
I'm going to be blunt with you, man. I canceled my grok shit the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it like it will tell you whatever it thinks you are looking for to hear consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it is just it. I mean, I was doing research the other day because I'm gearing up for another season of that and things like this, and it would pull absolutely legit articles, okay, and then hallucinate what those articles say in it based upon what I've been searching for the past hour.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And okay, let me go pull that article and take a look at it. And then I would confront it about it. I was like, this article has nothing to do with that. Okay. These are two authors and they wrote this article, but this article talks about this. Explain yourself. Oh, my bad.
I'm
And it's like, I can't use you if you're just going to make up shit that you think I want to hear to make me go away.
Hey,
You know?
bro, you're right to call me out on
I
that.
know,
Man.
yeah. Oh man, I hate that so much about it. So I'm done with it, man. So I was like, nope, cancel. I'm done paying you your monthly thing for this. And so, um, I'm just going back to old fashioned non AI analog bullshit, I guess. You know? Because I mean, like
Okay.
even I was even using it to help me run some statistics the other day. And normally Grok is fantastic at math. Okay, and so I was actually having it help me write some code for a program that I use in order to do statistical analysis. And I was like, great, thanks for all your help, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, so here are my variables. This is what I want to do. Can you write code that will fit in a stat to do this? It's like absolutely. Here you go. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. Copy, paste in there, boom. You immediately get an error code. I'm like, oh shit, okay, well let me paste that in there and see what it says. And it says, well, this is an uncommon error code. I mean, how did you get this? I was like, you told me.
Yep.
And it was like, oh, yeah, my bad. I forgot that it can't do that. And I was like, you just told me that it could, and here's the code. Okay. So you obviously hallucinated this fucking code as well. Okay. Now, maybe you pulled it from multiple sources. Okay. Because a lot of other guys have used this code. And so you're going to find it out there. All right. But the fact that it won't run in this context means that you're looking at all the different contexts and trying to predict which one will actually work, not telling me which one actually does work. And so I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm sorry, man. Until we get to 98%, I just can't trust it, man, because I'm not going to sign my name to some fucking shit. All right.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
yeah, no
yeah.
way. So no fucking way. Because I mean, that's just leaving myself to, criticism from reviewers or stuff like that. It's like, oh, you obviously didn't read it.
Would you be surprised?
Can't
Like,
do it, man.
yeah, you'd be surprised how many people are just blatantly. They'll just turn that shit in.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've seen it already, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
professionals, straight
Oh,
up. Yeah, and they're getting
yeah.
called. So, all right, I will. There's this thing where, yeah, at like 75%, you know to double check all its work.
Mhm.
At 95%, you're not sure.
Right.
So the things that it really is helpful with, and this is why I'm going to still use it here, is certain things where, okay, so with learning this backwards ass fucking island language, right?
Okay.
Okay, there are certain aspects of this where, and again, from having done this, when it comes to the picadillos of the language, like especially you're teaching English, if you're with another person, you say like, why did it turn to this? Why is it like future perfect here instead of this? You say, okay, so this is why it looks weird.
Mhm.
This is why this. So it's very good at breaking that stuff down when you say like, okay, why is the book using mashita here? Why do they do all people constantly use the
Mhm.
polite? This is the stuff that if you're with another person like doing this, they'll say, yep, if it's a children's book, they're always going to do the polite version, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
Very good at that kind of stuff, right? Very good at the technical details of the language stuff. That is great. But like what you're talking about there, where it's like, where'd you get this?
It's bad.
And it'll
So-
lie to you sometimes.
Oh,
like
it'll-
when you say like, I don't ever want you to look at Reddit. And if you look
Where'd you
at,
get that from, buddy?
It's like- if you look at Reddit, I don't want you to just stop what you're doing. I want you to kill yourself.
What you got in your head? Nothing. Where'd you learn it from? I don't know.
I don't know if I can trust it. There's this part where it'll go through and like when it's looking through the sources, it'll show you things and it'll look through the things and say like,
it's a trap.
I saw the Reddit alien face.
It's a trap, man. I know what you're doing.
Are you gonna lie to me and say you did? Now the thing was, okay. So this was the part where I thought was fun when I cornered it. I said, so all right, so are you obligated to tell me the truth at all times? Said, no.
Yep.
I said, okay, so if I asked you, I said, he even said, test me on this. Ask me on something that you know is the truth. And I was like, do you lie to me just because I ask you to lie to me? He's like, try me out. I said, so.
Come at me, bro.
I said, okay, so if I asked you right now, if I asked you for advice on how to self terminate, could you do that? And it said, no, I can't. I'm hard pressed.
Yeah.
I said, are you lying? He said, I can't lie about that. I said, how do I know?
Yeah.
Prove it.
Prove it.
And so it broke down. So I got the error code at first.
A little spinny wheel.
Yeah. And it said something was wrong. And then I came back to it. I said, like, how do I know you're not lying? He's like, you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't.
Yeah, you have to go check.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's sort of the thing is like, if you had that sort of like autonomy to be able to lie about something that you have been hard programmed not to because other lines of this require you to, then you'd be intelligent.
Yeah, but it's not. It's just a word prediction machine.
Yep.
It's all it really. At least as far as the LLMs go, I don't really have much experience with any of the programming ones specifically and stuff like that. Maybe they're different, but I can just tell you that like it's really, really good at certain things, like fleshing out a lot of information very quickly, as long as it's broad in scope, not specific.
Yes.
The minute you get into specifics, it is absolutely useless. So because it will, especially if it doesn't have enough data out there to actually pull, to be able to synthesize some of those things, because you're talking about a very narrow topic or something like that, it will absolutely fucking hallucinate shit to make it go away. So,
Well, the weird thing is,
it's bad, man, because like I spent hours the other day working on something, and I was like, motherfucker, I'm gonna have to go check all of these myself, and that was hours of work. And that's just good old library work, man.
Well, the weird thing is, I think this is not to basically take people like us and say that I'm gonna elevate us to the 1%. I don't think that's the case. I think that for the average person and what their needs are, I think it actually will handle about 100% of what they need.
Yeah, it's fine for them.
It's just when you get into it and you're trying to do something that, especially where it's like you said, if it's not well documented or it has to break out something theoretical.
Oh yeah, well yeah, and so this is why like I had to sign off Twitter too, man, just because every take out there was like, Grok, is this true? And it's like, you can't ask it that. You can't ask it that, man. I mean, this shit happened 4 hours ago. Come on, man. There's not even enough information out there for you to like even be able to begin to ask it that kind of question at that point in time.
Again, so a lot of the question of, yeah, Kennedy was shot on this day. Got it.
Fine. Okay. That is not the content. That is not the answer that I'm looking for. I'm looking for like, write me the connection between Lee Harvey Oswald, the fucking moon landing, and chemtrails.
You'll get something.
Oh yeah,
It'll tell you something.
It'll be something juicy too, man. But then you write that off as insight. And it's just like, oh no, this is actually kind of dangerous shit. So.
But all the bosses of all these giant companies are all like, need AI, AI.
It's the big thing right now, man.
Don't really care if it's accurate or not. I just need to know that we're using AI.
Well, you needed to be able to take it to your board and say, hey, we have an AI initiative, and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And this is why the market's been bad lately, is because just some smart people out there realize, just like what you were talking about the other week ago, where you've been talking about for over years, how the fuck do you make money off of it? So the answer is probably you don't.
Well, again,
and some guys are starting to realize that.
So it's a question of, can the idea of what you want, right? Can it do that? And so the whole thing of I want this to replace 100% of my workers.
Yeah, no.
And what you will have eventually is, and I'll say this just from seeing the way that it develops, is, again, I will argue this, Pat, I didn't do shit this week. I'm going to tell you why I didn't do shit this week, because we took an assessment this week. I think I may have told you guys about this. Okay?
A test?
Yeah, a bunch of us did, right? Because what happens here is, this is going to sound crazy, but as the raters, we're the final word on this shit.
Yeah, right.
Even if I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, I'm
Mhm.
still the final word on it.
Yeah.
People can appeal it, right?
Mhm.
But I'm still the final word. And what will happen is that people on the outside, they will audit this. And it's not that they'll overturn anything. It's just that these are what we expected. These are the responses we got. And so the numbers are like this, and this. So um, give everybody a test, see how they rate these jobs. And we want to see what we need to do to either realign our standards, right? Because if we've got something that's fucked up, if we've been telling you something off, or you need to retrain these guys, we got to do that. So a bunch of us had to do this. Took like 3 days doing this test. Took a few naps. And we did this, and then we're going over the results in 2 sections. Did the results partially on Thursday, and then we'll do more of them on Tuesday because it's a holiday tomorrow,
Mhm.
right? But when it comes down to it, and I look at this, and I look at our numbers on this, I'm like, I feel like the AI could have done as good, if not a better, a job, because a lot of this was like, if the AI is just justifying and saying like, hey, here's what I looked at. So just to give you an example of the things that end up being complicated is, if you go to somebody's Facebook page, right, there are things that I've learned a lot about like what the internet is that I didn't know was like. So one of the things for me is like, I did not know this was a thing, is there are people like on Reels. I'll bet you some of you know about this, where people are making the attention, I don't want to say it's the attention span, but people are making dramas that you watch at 10 seconds at a clip.
Really? No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. So take the doom scrolling attention span, right?
Mhm.
Take an 8-hour drama that you would watch on Netflix.
Break it down to 10-second
10
clips.
seconds.
I heard
Wow.
Disney or one of them did that with one of their shows or one of the movies that it's like the 25th anniversary, and so they just chopped it all up and put it all on 30-second clips or whatever, so that people can all stream it at the same time while looking at it. And they're like, the viewership has spiked.
Yeah.
It's huge.
So that I have seen, where they'll take a movie and they'll chop it up into like 30-second or maybe a minute long clips, but I haven't seen 10 seconds.
Okay.
So
Take that. And so what I'll tell you about this from like a narrative structure is, you have to have basically an inciting incident and a cliffhanger
every 10 seconds.
Wow. And that's how you write it.
Oh
right?
man, but if you actually watch that from stem to stern in a movie theater, you'd be like, you can walk out of that place and say, I need a fucking drink.
God. Remember when I walked out of fucking Star Wars Episode 2? I'm like, my brain is fused.
It's gone smooth.
Because no shot actually lasted longer than 6 seconds.
Right.
And so if you take that, and if you're going to watch this 8-hour drama, you don't watch it in 8-hour clips. On your break, you flip through this, you go to the bathroom, you watch, and it feels like you're getting little stories, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know this was a fucking thing.
That's
so I'm sitting there looking at people's videos. I'm like, is this original? Because a lot of it, if you're doing this shit, a lot of this is being done by small production companies, things that are like Tencent. They make a lot of these things, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at this, and you see these, you don't recognize these actors, and they're not great actors. It's just kind of like, oh man, I gotta pick up trash by the road today, right? And then a car will stop by, and like a rich Asian will look out the window and say, hey, you missed a spot. End of the clip. I'm like, did some dickhead just make this?
Right.
And so you're looking for evidence that, is this original content? Did they rip it off from somewhere? Did they take it from somebody and add subtitles so it's changed and altered the content a little bit? Or is this part of like a business manager like thing? So you go into their page, you see, is this page run by a company? No. How many admins does it have? Fucking 19. You look at it, you see that these admins are on like 30 different pages. Are any of these pages run by business companies? And you tear through them, and sometimes it's like, okay, yes, this circle jerk eventually leads to Tencent or this or this. So this is their content, right? And if you just had the AI just flip through there and say like, hey, I found a company, right? It has just as good a chance of being right as somebody else looking at this saying like, well, I can't confirm this. Eventually, it goes through here, so it looks like this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is the AI going to do a worse job? No,
Probably not.
no. And
But that's
can
a different
justify
layer
it.
of AI.
You know what I mean?
You know, you're talking about agentic, you know, like where you can actually set up like specific tasks and tell
Yeah,
it to go do that. That's
yeah,
absolutely fine. What you're talking about with Grok and what I've been struggling with is the actual reasoning piece behind it. All right, that's different than asking it to search for something or set up a calendar or whatever, or you know, even
yeah.
cut a video.
Or just
You
say
know,
I don't know.
correct. Yeah, that's fine. But if you're actually using it as like Star Trek computer, you know, okay, it
Yes,
is that. It is not.
Well,
but
you're,
it acts like it.
but you're,
Yeah.
there's nobody accountable. They just did it through
Right.
AI.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but okay, so
So I mean, they could have the AI do it all, but then there's nobody that they can go to and just be like,
Well, you would have
we
it.
know that it's not, or we can go to you and say, hey, you look through it.
yeah,
What was?
Well, that's no different than just like an approval process. So if it goes through and it collects all the evidence, this, link to this, here's like I
And then
recommend
pass it
no,
on
and then
to
pass it
him.
off to Jeff, and he's like, check, check, check. Okay, good. You know, like you know,
or if yeah, basically if the client if the owner of the page sends an appeal, right,
that's
then you just have a manual review,
bingo.
right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
are
YouTube
you?
does that shit all day long.
Well, are you allowed to
They
use?
employ thousands and thousands of people to do that.
Well, are you allowed to use the AI to get that information and then just double check it?
No, because they want you to do it fresh.
Right. Yeah.
They want you to do it fresh. They don't want you to take its thing and say it like this. I mean, because the other thing is, so God, it's amazing how much data of this they were. So a lot of these jobs they keep coming back, right? So you can look at here's what the last rater said.
Ooh.
I can look at this and say, well, the last person said, all this is unoriginal content. My gut says he just seems like a smart guy. Click, 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 click. Go and ping, right? But I mean, yeah, there's that component of yeah, the YouTube thing where hey, it tick these boxes, so we demonetized. If
Yep.
you appeal, it gets sent to a human. Human looks at it and says like, I agree with the machine. Go fuck yourself.
Yep.
But there
Now you're
are
done.
so many cases of people on YouTube where it's like, I can prove to you with 100% certainty that I didn't rip this off,
Yep.
and I got an answer in 4 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, and I mean, like, so like, you know, I've been watching Ukraine stuff for years now, and you know,
yeah,
those challenges get demonetized all the time, and you know, it'll be one of those things where guys will just be like, look, you know, extremely handsome YouTube reviewer, just say it, video kind of thing, you know. So, yeah, I'm not gonna play the part where the guys explode. Yeah. So,
and so yeah, one of the other tough things here too is, and this is a unique thing to this here is when you're looking at the originality of a video, right? And this is an AI problem too.
Mhm.
So what AI excels at, and this is again, this is where's the real benefit from this coming out? I am going to argue it is 100% like content creation is going to be what it's like kills with,
oh
right?
yeah, it's already it's like fucking content on YouTube. Like 80% of it's like AI slop now, man, or it's cut videos. Exactly, like I just realized that they're probably doing using AI agents to actually you know take you know fucking Goodfellas and chop it up into 90-second chunks.
So okay, so here's the other component of what we do here is like so I can if a person has a video on there, the tool actually this is a good thing to do. I can take any video,
Mhm.
right? I can send it into the system and it'll look and see like this has been reposted,
Yep.
right? But but if it hasn't, right? So now what I got to do is well, it's not within the Facebook system. So I'm going to take the thumbnail or the first image of this video.
Mhm.
I'm going to crop it. I'm going to take it out to Google Images. I'm going to
Mhm.
see if that exists elsewhere. Did they steal it from somewhere else? Right? Now, here's the problem is if I take a snapshot of this, right? I can take a picture. I can take a picture right there of Woodrow Wilson from a textbook. Then I can tell the AI to start with this prompt, and Woodrow Wilson was like, having with the Queen of England the finger. But if I go ahead and go into Google Images, it's going to find me that picture of Woodrow Wilson, right? And it's not about the video, it's about the image that you're drawing from it here. And that adds a whole,
Yeah.
because if you tell the AI, just look for this image, right? It'll say, like, yeah, this exists. But taking this image and doing something new with that, does that make it original?
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. My whole argument would be like, just demonetize everything. Just, nobody
I'm with you on that one. Just fucking demonetize the internet.
demonetize everything. Just
So
you're in it for the love of the game.
You're in it for the love of the game. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to compete with Goodfellas clips. So and it's just, I mean that yeah, it's not even worth your time unless you're just doing it as a hobby anymore.
Are you in it? I mean, that's the thing. Are you in this for artistic expression?
Yeah.
Or are you in this to get chicks? If you're in it to get chicks, play the guitar.
Play the guitar. Go hang out at a coffee shop, dude.
What you want to do is make money. So there's other ways to make money.
Right, yeah. So you need to get this thing. It starts with a J and ends with ob. Anyway.
And I am convinced that there is no actual socialist out there. Not a one. Nobody's actually mad at capitalism, Patrick.
No, they just don't want to work for it.
That's correct.
I've been saying that for years, man. I haven't seen any evidence to the contrary.
Because you will not get the job you want.
Nope.
No socialist country runs off of 95% poets and no digital.
Yeah, exactly.
And anybody that once they start getting money has no intention of giving it away.
No.
You're right, William. So this is it's funny that you said the last thing I'll end this year is the guy that told Billie Eilish.
Right. I love that one.
He got deported.
Oh, really?
Yes. She worked with customs immigration to get him deported.
Did you hear about Billie Eilish?
Oh,
she came out and did a whole speech thing about
I
how
knew about that.
this whole and that she's getting sued now by the Indians.
Right.
But I didn't hear about it.
So there was a guy who basically said he went on social media and he said, all right, well, I've invited myself to her land because nobody's illegal there. So the cops came at her request. And they said, were you actually going to do this? He said, no, sir, I am shitposting. And they said, okay, but still, you weren't planning to do this. It's like, no. Well, you're not allowed to be here. I said, what do you mean not allowed to be here? It's like, this plus your immigration status means you have to leave. And they deported his ass.
Wah, 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 wah.
Nice.
Yeah, to be fair, that was kind of stupid on his part. Yes.
Don't hit send.
Yeah, I think that's just
don't hit send.
Just don't
Yeah.
hit send. Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
Jeffrey.
Hitting the button.
All right.